Ah, shit. So, it's March the 14th, 2026. Okay, this story is going to be about my godson's wife. So, they've been dating about 4 years, then they got married. We're not going to go back and say all these dates because we're going to do 2025 was most recent until now because now it's a success. And I love success stories. So, when they first got married, I told his wife, that he was going to have a baby girl. Now, everything went well, and I saw this, and I said, this is good. And it was a reading I did. And, he's my godson, love him very much, and I got to know her very well. And I love her too as well, as his wife, as a friend. But anyway, as time went on, I told them that they were going to have 5 children. And she goes, oh, no, I'm not going to have 5 children. And I says, well, that's what I see, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But anyway, on the second child, I thought it was going to be a boy. But I told her when she was pregnant, I told her she'd get pregnant, and she denied it because she wanted to tell her family and everybody that she was pregnant to make it a surprise, which is a good thing, and there's no need for me to know. I care, but I just want them to be happy. But I was wrong about the sex. It was a girl, but I thought it was a boy. That means there's something else there, and then I'm going to have contact with this young lady when she's in like her 3rd trimester. And I'm like, wow, because reading people that are pregnant is very, very difficult for me because you have 2 souls in one, and I'm trying to find out what's going to happen when the other soul is ready to mature. But the soul is already matured inside the body. So I'm like, wow, how do I do this? And it hurts a lot. It takes a lot of energy. So when I do something like a pregnant lady, I can only do that person. I cannot do anybody else for about 24 hours at least. And so it came time to her trimester, her 3rd trimester. And she's going to have the baby in about a month or 2 or 3 from there. I don't know. And I did the reading on her. And she was living with her in-laws, which is my godson's parents. He loved it there, but she was not so happy with the arrangements that they had going on there. The little baby girl that they had at the time, she was loving it there too. I think she was around 2. She was walking, talking, And I'm like, all right, this anxiety and stress is affecting her. But she also needs the help from the in-laws in order to have this child. Now I'm doing the reading on her, and she's like, Birdy, you never really give bad news. I said, no, this is not bad news about your pregnancy when you're going to have the baby. This is to tell you to be prepared for something that I see that's not going according to a normal birth, what would be a really normal birth. They're always painful because you have to take all kinds of medicine to numb the pain, but different than that even. And I told her to be aware, and I tried to do it in a way that would not alarm her or scare her, because it is bad news, but I don't like to say bad news, and I'm just trying to help this young lady get through something that's going to be very difficult. But we talked about her being there at her husband's parents' house and living there, and he likes it because of the economy and his parents. She doesn't like it because most of his attention probably goes elsewhere because they're right there. And I understand the frustration and anxiety the young lady's having. I don't know if this would have been the cause of the situation. But anyway, let's go to when it happens. So she's having the baby and everything, and the father knows and the mother knows of the warnings that I give them. And she saw it, and she was prepared. And then all of a sudden, she didn't go into shock. She didn't go into anything. The baby was born. And I'm not going to say the particulars of everything that happened, because I don't think that's really important. The important thing is she got through it, and she had a healthy baby girl. And the reason I think I got the sex wrong is because I thought it was going to be a perfect birth, But I was wrong about that, and I needed to come back to her in period times. Like I did 2 readings on her during her pregnancy, which was very difficult, and trying to understand she's going to make it. And they're like, tell me she's going to make it. Just give her this little bit of a warning. And they know I don't like to give warnings on anything. I like to be positive. I like to tell people good things. I like that kind of stuff. I do not like to tell people negative or something is bad. That's the way I do it. It's my gift. I figure if I can help somebody get through a hard time, then I'm going to do it to the best of my ability without having any anxiety, stress, or all the bad things that have to do with life that can affect you. So anyway, she ended up having a healthy baby girl, and they ended up moving too. He ended up buying a house. He does very well financially, my godson, and I'm very proud of him. And yesterday was his birthday, Friday the 13th. Actually, in Europe, 13 is a very lucky number. Anyway, that's my story for today. I hope you like it, and it's true. Okay, bye, Birdy signing off.